There are two universal laws when it comes to competitive Pokemon. One, wanting to win isn't enough. And two, you'll fall behind the moment you stop improving. And that's such a hard thing to understand because when balancing a full-time job, the stresses of life, and trying to live your own creative dreams, how are you supposed to also make Pokemon and succeed like a full-time job? It honestly makes no sense. And it's so hard. I'm sure you guys just saw all these tournaments that are happening, whether they are Victory Road online tournaments, big regional championships, or even the world championships. All of the players and content creators you watch, this is their entire life. A lot of them are either content creators and they commit 40 hours a week or more to this game. How are we supposed to keep up? And I struggle with answering that question all the time because I just went to the Atlanta VGC Regional Championships, a tournament held in Atlanta where we can play competitive Pokemon, and I thought I was going to do a great job. And I practiced so hard, and I still only got to 5 wins and I had 3 losses, just missing out on day 2 in Top Cut. And it's hard, it's frustrating because, again, how am I supposed to keep up with players who make this their entire life? And then when you're, confident and you're winning and it's feeling great, everything feels fine. But when you're not doing so well, it can weigh on you. You start to ask yourself all these questions about yourself. If they can do it, what's wrong with me? Why can't I be as consistent as the top players? And why do I keep burning out right before I catch this momentum that I really want to have? You'll even start to believe that you're not disciplined enough. Maybe you're not committed enough. Or maybe you're just lazy. I used to think the exact same thing, and sometimes I still do. Honestly, I tried everything. I tried playing games earlier. I tried pushing through burnout and uninspiring formats. I tried copying other people's teams. I even tried quitting, taking a break from playing, and then coming back and trying to succeed that way. But honestly, none of that really worked. But the truth is, the top players, the ones that you admire, are playing a completely different game than the one that you are playing. And that's why they're succeeding. Once I looked back and I understood that, everything changed. And that's what this video is about. If you're a competitive Pokemon player with the ambitions to win everything, the world championships, a regional championship, even your local in your hometown, but you have no idea on how to stay consistent, stay fresh, and not burn out, this is for you. I wish I had this video myself personally when I was, I wish I had it right now. So I think I'm making it almost for myself, but also for all the beginner players, because when I first started playing, this was so hard. What we're going to talk about in this video is why the usual just grind advice from other players doesn't really work for most people. The 3-step system that I personally use to get better at the game without needing to spend 20 hours a week, but also how you can take action literally today, even if you're feeling overwhelmed or behind. And I know some of you are going to the Milwaukee Regional Championships in a few weeks, and I'm going there too. So I hope this video can really help you. 1, be fresh, be excited, and have fun, but also ready to go and do well in your preparation and your performance at that tournament. I'm really hoping it goes well, because this video is not just for top cut grinders. It's for anyone who literally has a fire inside, who has these big dreams of winning tournaments, being on stream, becoming the player that you can be, and almost making a life out of it. You're not lazy. You're not weak. You're just trying to grow in a system that was never designed for your life. So let's fix that. My first strategy is win small and win consistently. The biggest mistake I made for years, I thought the only progress that mattered was big progress. Win a tournament, hit Master Ball with a really hard team, or finish number 1 on the ranked ladder in-game or on Pokemon Showdown. Go undefeated on ladder 10 or 15 or 20 sets in a row. So every time that I didn't hit that milestone, especially day 2ing a tournament at a regional or a championship event, I felt like a fucking failure, dude. Like, I felt like a failure. I'd get discouraged. I'd stop playing entirely. I'd take a break. I'd retire from playing. It's a lot on your wallet, on your mental and your happiness, because you want to do well and have fun playing. But that's when I learned this. The best players don't really win by taking huge leaps. They win by stacking small, consistent wins together over time. These wins compound. For example, these are things like learning how to play one matchup better every day, testing one lead combination over and over completely understanding that and then doing it again. Understanding all your damage calcs and specifically EV training your Pokemon one day at a time. Like today will be my day to EV my Groudon and learn it in every matchup. Because these small wins are quiet because no one will clap for you, no one will cheer for you, but they matter more than anything else because they stack, they compound. They're building on top of each other consistently. Focus on learning one thing per session. That's it. Honestly, stop for forget about trying to be perfect for a second, going undefeated in Swiss, making the top 8, and just be a little bit better than yesterday. And there's a way I track this, and I actually measure my success and have a framework to make myself be successful, which is this next strategy. Strategy number 2, create systems, not hype. Everyone thinks the reason they're not improving is because they're not motivated enough. They don't care enough. They don't practice enough. So they wait. They wait until they're in the mood. They wait until the perfect team finds them. They wait until the random ladder streak when you're in the bathroom or at work is finally good enough to where you're thinking that you're a good player. But that day never comes, it just doesn't. Motivation is hype. Motivation is temporary. What you actually need is a system that works. Something so simple, so easy to follow, that even on your worst days, you can still do it, and it helps you get better while learning. Here's what my system looks like, and I think it's really, really powerful. Every single day, I do something called my mini regional. What is that? Well, my goal is to go to these tournaments like Milwaukee Regional Championships or the North American International Championships, or hopefully one day the World Championships, and do well at these tournaments. That is where I want to succeed in person, real life, seasonal VGC events. So what do? How can I create a system to where maybe I have to play for an hour a day or 2 maximum, but I'm learning how to do a great job and actually work towards that goal? I call it the mini regional. What the mini regional is that I go on Pokemon Showdown and I will play 8 best of 3s and track those sets every single day. So what does this look like? I will load up my team. Right now I'm playing Screens and Miraidon for Regulation I. I have Lunala. I have a couple of cool pieces on it, which I'm pretty excited about. But I will play this team. I will go into Pokemon Showdown and I will play 8 rounds of Swiss because that is how long tournament rounds last in day 1. So I will play 8 best of 3s. That should take me about an hour, maybe an hour and a half max. And when I'm playing these matches, I am actually uploading my replays. I am doing all of that to this one free resource that I have called PASRS, created by Bauer Dad. I'm gonna put the link in the description to this amazing Google Sheet where you can literally track your wins, your best matchups, how often you're using every single move, what your win rates are, what the best lead combinations are, what teams do you play against the best, what typical Pokemon are brought to you every single matchup. This document is like the best practice guide of all time, and I use it every day. So for example, what I will do is I will log into Pokemon Showdown, I will play a best of 3. Then I will click download and upload replay, and I will copy and paste it into this document. I will do that now to where after my day is over, I will have 8 rounds, right? I will have 8 rounds of competitive Swiss VGC Pokemon sets, all uploaded, what I lost to, all my replays saved, all my wins, all my leads. It'll be everything right there for me. So if I don't get to 6-2, and I unfortunately do worse, I can go back, I can watch, I can study, I can get better, I can make that intentional learning. Also, this helps me really dial in and focus on my performance, right? Because I'm putting myself in that regional Pokemon environment, that scenario. No extra music. I'm playing with the in-game music. I am treating it very seriously. No damage calculator on the side. I'm trying to get better. Next thing is, if I go 6-2 or better, then I will have a day 2 and then a top cut. And I really just want to replicate the environment of what I'm optimizing for, which is VGC tournament success. So my framework is that I play Pokemon Showdown in a mini regional. I upload my games to this amazing document, this amazing Google Sheet, then I study, and then I go again. So I don't do a regional maybe every day, but maybe one day I'll do the regional, one day I'll study, one day I'll do another regional, one day I'll study, and I'll keep getting better, and I'll keep learning what I like, what I don't like, what's beating me. This can make me ideas for new teams. This can give me ideas for new EV spreads, new movesets, new matchups, and then when the time the tournament comes, I feel so prepared, comfortable, and relaxed. because I've been optimizing for this the entire time. That is my system. I can work with you to make a system that works best for you. So I don't know, comment if you want me to work with you to create one that works. Because I have to balance, you know, being a creator for here, creating a business. I have a full-time job as well. So if you're someone who has to balance a lot of things and figure this out, let me know, because I'd love to help you personally. But yeah, this is my system, and you have to find one that works for you. Like, that's it. It was easy to win personally because the system was made to where it's getting what I want in terms of time, effort, care, and focus. It relied on my personal rhythm. Do you want to know what happens when you stop following your motivations and start following your systems? You're not going to believe it, but you start growing. This really worked for me. My last 2 tournaments, one of them I got to the top 8. And the last one I got to 5 and 3. So I'm playing well. It's working for me. My practice feels great. And again, the impact is there. I'm finally starting to feel like I'm growing. No pressure, no burnout, maybe a little bit of pressure. And yeah, just momentum. That's what I'm trying to do. Which leads me into my third strategy, which is really mental. It's reflect or repeat. Most players think working harder, playing more games is the way to get better. You know, more games equals more reps equals more improvement. But if you never get to reflect and really understand and take a step back and, you know, review your replays or think about your matchups or study the games you've been playing, you're just going to repeat the same mistakes. You're literally building bad habits. You know, people always say, you know, don't work harder, work smarter. There's a way to do both, especially if you don't have the time because your life is busy. You have kids, you have a job, you're in college, you're unemployed trying to find a job. You have to really be optimized to where you're having fun, but you're also getting progress. So yeah, after I play every session, I just take a deep breath. I take a couple of minutes. I'm not trying to, you know, rush into everything, blow by it. I relax. I just ask myself a couple of questions. Like, this is literally what I do. What went wrong? What went right? And what's one thing that I want to do differently next time? And that's it. In my notes on the Google Sheet, I literally write it down. That's habit. Like, more than any other YouTube team report or Twitter thread about a certain EV guide, this made me 10 times smarter and 10 times better as a player. Because when you reflect and look back and focus, you gain clarity. Imagine taking 50 half-court shots in a row, but you're gonna make maybe 5 shots, maybe 6 shots. But now imagine every time you shoot it, you take 1 step closer, 1 step closer, 1 step closer. Next thing you know, you're at the rim and they feel like layups. I want my tournaments and my gameplay to feel like layups, not half-court shots. All I want is clarity. And clarity is what leads to confidence. And confidence leads to wins. So yeah, like, let me guess, you know, you've probably tried to play an all-nighter, 10 hours in a row, grinding Pokemon Showdown until 4 a.m. Tried to ladder every day during class, during work, going to the bathroom during the company time and getting some games in. But it never stuck. Like, you're not actually getting that much better. It might feel fun, but you're not getting better. So what if this time you just try something different? Try my style, try my framework, or even building your own. Just try this. Like, let's work together and try this. I think it'll work. I've done it for me. Let's try this. Ready? 1, pick a micro goal for this week. Like learning one matchup, having really good EV spreads, having a general team concept idea figured out for your next tournament. And then after you do that, the second thing I want you to do is create a system that works for you. You want to do well at tournaments? Then do my mini regional setup. Do you want to do good on the Showdown ladder? Then create something for that. You want to do good at your local events? Maybe you try something for that. Try to create a system for whatever it is you want to do. That's your second step. Just understand what that can look like. It's not that hard. You know, 1 hour a day, intentional Showdown practice. The next day, you know, intentional replay reviews. Just pick your thing. And then, yeah, after that, just reflect on every session. Every time you play games, don't just play, go, play, go, play, go. Play, look back, understand, then go. And it makes it a lot more fun, and you'll actually feel like you're getting better at it conceptually. But that's it. I know I'm getting pretty passionate, but you know, there's no need to sacrifice your health, your mental health, your excitement, your love for the game. Like, there's no need to grind until it's 4 a.m., 5 a.m. and you've lost sleep. Just show up. Win small and then reflect and repeat, and next thing you know, you'll literally be growing and you can be the next top player, the next Daniel Wu, who literally won this regional championship when most people didn't even know who that was. I want to get like you, Daniel. Trust me, bro. But yeah, my whole point is that you're not lazy. You're just playing the game on hard mode. Like, that's what you're doing. So yeah, let's change the game. Let's make this game a lot better for us. And yeah, if you really want to know how I did this and it worked for me, then watch this video on how I did it at the Atlanta Regional Championships, because that was crazy. I literally vlogged the entire thing. So I hope you enjoy. I'm going to be making more videos like this. Let me know what you want to see in the comments. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.